Hello and welcome to Devcast Ops. Welcome back. My name is Barnaby and I'm joined by James. Hopefully Wale will be joining us later this evening. And we are picking up where we left off, I think it was a few weeks ago that we did the setup of this. So we're trying to set up auto config for our Consul clients. And last off, I think Wale and I set up the Vault side of this. And you've been doing some work on the servers while we've been away, so I don't know if you want to run through that. While we get going.
So yeah, our last stream on this, we set up this Vault bit, which just outputted a massive JSON of what all the certs we cared about was. And while we could have gone through that data and done the stuff needed to between streams during the stream, it's easy enough. This is more work than it probably should be, but it doesn't look very impressive. So just get it done between streams. So what this does is it loops through. We've got the cert, which is the output from the JSON, and then where we want to store it, and it just loops through them. If we want to, if for whatever reason there's more certs we want to add, we want to move the location. It's all in one location. Maybe it'll be worth pulling it out into vars, so if someone wants to move the certs, they can. But for now, this is fine.
It's very much we get it working, and then we'll make it look pretty one day. The amount of making pretty is growing though. So
when it works, then we can make it look pretty. It still doesn't fully work for the use case that I want there. So this is all well and good. The whole reason why we're doing this is because auto config wants a CA, and while we were doing all in Ansible, it was really hard to do that because our clients got built and distributed completely separately to how our server is currently. While it would be better to do what we're going to do today on Bootstrap, I think it works for our use case just as well to do it on image build. So we have an image that will just connect and should work directly. Maybe we'll look in the future about how we can move it to a Bootstrap script or one of those sort of things.
Yeah, kind of separation of concerns for that kind of thing. As we are a small team of 3, this image will only ever really be used for this Consul cluster, so it doesn't really matter that it's baked into the image. If we were running a multi-cluster environment, then pulling it on boot would be useful. Say if we had a sort of a dev environment and a prod environment, then we could use the same image if it pulled these kind of things on boot. But we don't. We just have one live environment that everything goes on.
And also there's a security level. We have enough outward security that even if someone got access to this image, it's pointless because they can't talk to our servers. So it's fine. So we need to get the CA from Vault. I have very rarely actually interacted with PKI. Looking at the docs, I have resized this page and now it's not giving me the information that I wanted. There is a way of getting issuers. This ensures general key.
Issuing certificates.
No, I don't know issue. We have the cert. I just need to get it. Read issuer certificate. So within Vault, we have our issuer. Here we got cert. This is what we need. And it's working out how we get that. Going for docs, there's just a read endpoint.
I'm sorry, it's all bad habits just popped in my head, seeing you open it in the web UI. It's you just inspect and steal the APIs on the back end.
So you can. It adds this random UUID to it. Yeah. That's not useful to us. So I believe there's 2 ways of doing this. One is you can do this, and that gives you the default CA. Not that useful if you have more than one. We may end up doing that. We'll see how easy the next step is. So the other way is you can use this one. I think the issue ref can be the name.
Possibly. I don't know if we set it to.
So I should be able to do that and set issue a ref.
Consul.
So I'm going to. So there's no issuer name. There's a chance it's common name. It may be issuer name.
I wonder if we need to set issuer name.
Can I? Okay. This means I can set it in Terraform and it won't recreate the CA. So let's set an issuer name because I would like to not have to use default.
That's
So this
smart.
is core vault PKI. Oh God.
What you?
This. What if this is an issuer?
I think it'd be the root cert is the one you'll want.
Root cert.
Yeah, because the role is the what it can do.
Issuer name.
It's promising that it does it.
As much as I don't want to indent it, I feel Barnaby will kill me if I.
One day I'm just secretly going to put a load of linters into our pipelines that fail them if you don't lint.
My last client, I was like, the way we're doing Terraform format's wrong. We should fix it. Bad mistake.
I loved it. It was very much hoisted by your own petard.
Yeah. I was looking at that pre-commit today, and like that's probably something we need to spend an episode setting up.
Yeah, because we can put the Vault. I guess we could maybe look at putting Vault. Is it Radar?
You can put Vault Radar in it.
Stop us pushing up anything, which might be quite a good one, considering we want all of this code to be public.
Yeah. But it also means that like we can force linting, we can force like running. You can run for Terraform modules, you can run TF docs, and then if there's a change after that failed, either fail or just force commit.
Yeah, I think the one I'm scared of is the YAML linters because those are very aggressive, and
you very much need to define what you want your standard to be and configure the YAML linter for your standard. Because they're very aggressive as they should, but linters should be aggressive.
I had a Python linter and it was complaining about my lines, saying I think it was like they wanted them to be less than 63 characters long each line.
Was it Blacks or whatever it is? They've I forget Terraform now defaults to the project view.
Nice.
I assume it's DCO.
I don't think we have anything. We could probably delete the gaming stuff. I think it's just
we need to have a tidy up. Who would have thought? Fine.
It's fine. It's all automated. We can just regen all the sets.
I mean that's the hope.
It's interesting that it forces a recreate by giving it a name. But I wonder if it's how it's managed in the back end.
Well, the name becomes part of the path, so it's probably it probably gets given. Its name probably gets set to its UUID if it doesn't get given a name.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Well, I wasn't planning to on the Ansible, but
I can't remember if I modified. Did I push that up with the changes that it has the playbooks? Yes.
Yes. And I always forget. Yeah, and annoyingly, does this file exist is like the last thing it does.
Yeah, I could maybe modify it again so that if that is null, just run main.
No host match. I was messing with this the other day. What's this test actually doing?
I think
Ansible playbook test. Oh, I was getting it to run client. I mean, is there any problem with me running?
You can run the main, it just takes a while. I think that's why I upgraded it, so I could give it a test playbook to...
Well, it's still just running TLS, it's not running Vault TLS.
Do we have a Vault TLS?
Yeah, you made a Vault TLS console, Vault_TLS. And we don't really have any console clients running, so that's fine. Oh, but that needs to happen on a server now. That's a server problem, not a client problem.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That one...
We should get this working with transparent sessions and boundary at some point.
Yes, 100%. So I don't have to do this to log in. But we need to get boundary set up before then.
I wonder if we'll be able to get boundary and Cloudflare working neatly together, or if we'll have to sacrifice one or the other.
They work really well together, but you just can't turn them off. So with boundary and Cloudflare, it got to a situation where I always had to have Cloudflare on. I could turn boundary on and off, but as soon as I turned Cloudflare off, I didn't have DNS on my system. Anyway, that's happening. That's cool. So issue_ref is console, we think. And that gives me the set.
Nice.
So I can go console. The question is, though, where do we put this?
Surely it should go into the Consul TLS directory.
The Vault TLS, or just TLS?
Consul.t-TLS. Because it's for console.
So this, yeah. So there's the console TLS, and there's the Vault TLS within the console directory. There's the Vault. There's the TLS,
in
which
the
is
role.
the weird copy and paste stuff role.
Yeah, it should go into Vault TLS.
Vault TLS.
I think the idea was splitting out that role was that we would kind of make the sensible code work in a way that if you don't want to set up Vault for your certificates, you can just use the base TLS.
So currently, this doesn't know about servers. So we probably need to make it so this knows about servers. So I'll only run this code on a server, and then run the other code on clients.
Do we want to?
I can just do all that code from here.
I was just thinking about, do we want to use like the when?
Yeah, block? when console servers in group name.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably just copy and paste these. And then the other ones were called console. Were they even called console client?
There wasn't the group name, yeah.
No, in the Packer.
Packer doesn't discriminate, I don't think. Packer just runs against all.
I mean, actually, in all fairness, we can, like, this is CA.
I was about to say the CA goes on everything, so it doesn't really matter.
We can just overwrite the CA. Because it'll skip. If this CA is the same, it'll skip. And if they're not the same, that's going to cause problems. So, okay. So we're doing vault address. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to secretly see if this needs to be authenticated. This does not need to be authenticated.
Oh, that's neat.
So I will. So empty vault token, because you have to have a public address for your CAs.
That makes sense.
Chains. So this doesn't have to be authenticated request, which is quite nice. Ooh.
There aren't that many endpoints in Vault that are unauthenticated. Do you know some of the other ones?
I mean, health isn't authenticated if you know the right URL.
Yeah, it's this health. I think. Oh, I can't remember if the DR health is authenticated. I don't think it is. It's been a while since I've been messing around with health checks and whatnot.
So this should just. So this isn't JSON. So hopefully this is just going to be data. I may need to debug this.
Data.search probably. Do you not have the Postman call that has the format?
It's just a text block.
Then it would just. I think it might. Yeah. I'm having the weird .data, so maybe yeah, just data. We'll see.
Debug var. Yay, finished.
I love how we still have our old hard, like static client in there that hasn't existed for many months now.
Someday it will. We're almost getting. I think we're almost hitting the top of our things. Okay, so this is now going to run everything again. I can go to there. I am going to run this as a test, though. That can run everything. Address. Yes, I added the code that it won't. Oh no, it needs the address. Yeah. Okay. So.
Did I not give it a default?
Oh no, that's what I did. In the client code, if you don't give a vol address, it won't add those blocks. Trying to make it so the code can kind of like, if you want to give it volt, you have to pass it in. If not, it will like be happy. But now I can go test my gamble.
Oh,
and fingers crossed. Oh, hello, Wally. So that's the body. So it's content is what we need. That was very quick.
It's amazing we don't have to run all of the various roles, how quick things can be.
Is it just content? It's just content. Should really do some level of caching for the vault token, but
how does our Ansible auth vault? Is it just stealing our one?
No, ODC.
IDC.
Within the one block, I've got a vault token OIDC login. Don't output anything because it outputs the tokens. So I was like, oh, don't output that, and then it gets the token out. Yeah, it's quite a cool little file. So this should now work. That looks like the correct information. So the hacker code nomad client main. This code now needs this one. Yeah.
Looks like it would work.
Cool.
I
need to set up GitLab before that works. And that was always a pain in the ass because this doesn't just work. So if I really need to make it so instance name and node pool default to the same thing because I always just use the same value. GitLab one should run, but I have a feeling that its value is going to have expired. So give me 1 sec to fix this.
Is our GitLab runner still running on our main server?
GitHub runner. No, I am running a client. I've just started up a client for it to run on.
What node pool does it look for? Is it
runner? It's its own node pool.
Is there a way you could get GitLab to webhook? Oh no, but it needs. The whole point is Nomad's not accept yet. Never mind.
My brain is failing. I need actions runners. You move. It's one of those annoying things that its token expires because it doesn't run, which means I then need to manually re-add its token. And there's no real way of automating this because this is the security token. But it's fine. Okay. Save. Let's now just re-trigger this one. This will hopefully pick up the correct token now and load up, and then I can get Packer to go through. Oh, I need to actually push up the Ansible code as well.
Could we set up our Vault? I think there's a GitHub secrets engine. If not necessarily a community one.
Oh yeah, we'll get the auth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if we could dynamically generate it via Vault, then each time it spins up the job, it could do it.
It would be far more complicated than that because it needs a runner token, not a user's token. So you have to use the user's token to grab the runner's token.
The Vault would be its own user in that case.
Yeah. Packer gets data git. Okay. Fingers crossed. This is going to just work.
Yeah, there's a community GitHub secrets engine that looks like it's still being. It was last updated 7 months ago, so fairly.
It's running.
Fairly recent.
And only because they also has to set up Vault as well now, so it's just getting a little bit bigger. I suppose we could probably build our own image that it runs in.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you start off with a little pipeline. It's like, oh, it's fine, it's running efficiently. You add a little bit more. It's like, oh, it's a little bit longer, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this now takes 20 minutes to run.
Half of which you could just run once and have it baked into an image.
Yeah. At some point, it might be fun to try and get our Ansible playbooks to run parallel.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing it and it being, debugging it being very messy because of the way the logs are put. But I think it'd be a fun thing to do again. Because if you can get it working, you can really shave down a lot of time from your runs.
Well, you'd want a flag to turn it off when things are really going wrong.
Yeah, one thing about that is I worried that it'd run sequentially and not run parallelly.
Yes.
But so yeah, it would be useful to sanity check that the sequential run still worked. I think there was one where we were looking at something, and I think it would run in debug mode, but it wouldn't run in normal mode.
Don't need that.
We have an extra person. Welcome, Wale. Oh,
he rage quit.
Immediately disappears.
You've not given him full admin. He's rage quitting.
I can't remember where else. I haven't had full admin for anything for a while.
I mean, I have quite a lot of DCO full admin because I'm the one that set it up.
My big admin button.
While actually ready to be added to the scene now.
Yeah, we'll try again. Wale. You joining us for real this time.
It's the zero trust thing that turned on at the same time as I was logging in.
Every time.
Someday we will not have to use that anymore.
Mm-hmm. I used to like it.
It's a really neat tool for what it does, and like what we've needed it for. It's really good.
I think there's cooler ways to get around things, all sorts of more integrated.
I didn't rename those jobs. This can output. I was a good boy, and I don't actually. Yeah, I made it so the load cert doesn't output anything, so it's not just going to dump the certs if things go wrong. Oh no, stats code was -1 for the PKI. Request failed, timeout.
I wonder if you need to give it the name now or something, that we've added the issue name to it.
No, this is the code we've just added.
Like how you clicked on it and downloaded the cert again for you.
Yeah, it's really helpful. But that shows that they locally have access to this. That's because -1. This is happening in Nomad. Nomad has the boxes in Nomad have access to Vault.
That should be fine.
This is a Vault request. Oops. That's a Vault command. I run a Vault command here, but I delegate that to local. Yes.
Yeah.
The box that runs won't have access. Because why would it?
Yeah, I'll random AWS box.
Yeah, GCP.
You're gonna start calling them Azure soon. So many clouds.
Too many clouds. I mean, we're talking about trying multi-cloud for this at some point.
Elizabeth may wants to try Alibaba Cloud at some point, but then also I'm worried about all of my data going missing.
We need to be able to put our nodes on any clouds.
Yeah. It would be cool to have the full zero trust system where you can just almost deploy a box anywhere. It'll link back into your system with the trust relationship, and then anything that's communicated is locked down and encrypted.
Yeah.
So as long as someone doesn't have like root access to the box should be safe.
But even then, you can build the boxes. You can run the Ansible on the boxes in a way that means that even if you get root access, it still doesn't really mean you can do anything. Oh, you have to read on my pipeline. Actions. Can I just tell it to rerun this one? Rerun jobs.
I guess for the clients particularly that they don't need a lot of access into the system because more things are pushed to them rather than them requesting things.
And it's things that like you can't sudo. Like the average user can't sudo onto the box. So that sort of like, if you get onto the box, you can't do anything.
Yeah. I guess that's the nice thing about building more stuff with Packer is you have less reason to sudo. Because I remember looking at it at a previous client, we were running Ansible against the boxes and trying to create a rule set for a user to execute certain commands, whatever basic privileges to allow Ansible to run is really tricky because Ansible just compiles Python scripts that are executed on the box. So working out how those aren't really easy to compute beforehand. So you can't just give it a list of commands it's going to run and then giving something sort of Python execute anything. You may as well give it sudo because you can just write OS commands in Python and run that script as root.
Well, you almost have it the last step in your Python, in your Packer step is just delete the sudoers file. So actually, like the last thing it does is make it so it itself can't be sudo.
Yeah.
So there's kind of, you build a box that no one can like build on top of.
Works great for a cattle approach to servers. Doesn't work so well for pets.
Yes. But if you do like vault-based authentication for logging in, you get a little bit more like there's not a password lying around someone can get access to.
Yeah, that is true. There are other ways to do PAM.
Okay, that outputted. I thought I turned the debug off, but that has worked now. Oh no, yes. This is the reason why these terms don't log, because it outputs the content of the file you're loading in. Nice and secure. I mean, this is a CA file that's readily available on the internet. That's fine. I'm really curious if this is actually going to work.
I guess redeploy the image and see if it connects into Consul would be the next test.
Yep.
I do find it funny how many people try to protect public keys of pairs. There's of like certificate pairs. It's like this bit is meant to be given out.
Yeah. This is on every computer. You can just ask a website what this key is. I mean, it shows how much like education more than anything is kind of the issue with security.
Yeah, I know a lot about encryption because I found the maths behind it interesting, so went and looked into it. But I get if you don't find it interesting, there's no reason why you'd necessarily look at these things.
I think I find it interesting only when I'm stuck. But if let's say I'm just bored and someone is trying to teach me, then yeah.
Is that interesting or just necessary?
I think necessary and interesting.
Hopefully, you'll never need to learn the maths of encryption to be able to fix an encryption bug.
I think I wouldn't have to get there. We have Barnaby for that now.
Do you want me to write some of our own encryption algorithms?
Nice. No.
I mean, you could make a vault secret engine that does its own encryption. Okay. That is done. Now, hopefully in Packer it will see the image. Yeah, HTTP Packer, we have our nice new image set up with all the information you'd ever want about it.
I guess quite a fun one on like encryption stuff, or for generating things you need some level of random. Like if we were doing them for streaming, if it took like a combined output of our cameras, it's like the random seed would be quite a good way to do it.
Okay, this is going to be test, Packer channel is latest. Fingers crossed. Oh, I should open console.
Gotta see the juicy bits. We want to see that.
Fingers crossed.
That node connect in.
I have very little faith that this is going to work.
Can't remember what our spin up time is, like 2 minutes before it links in to Nomad.
No, this has failed. If you look at Discord, you can see why.
Have we got an IP that doesn't exist?
Clients failed. Referenced image cannot be found. No.
What?
I think I spelled latest wrong. I spelled latest wrong.
Yeah.
Happens.
I want drop-down lists. We need to build our own version of this in Face so I can have drop downs. Pull the active channels from Packer.
Oh god, it reminds me of clients that build their own versions of UIs for products. So you go in and it's like, oh, we're using this. Like, oh, great. And then they go, here's the thing. And you're like, this isn't the normal UI. It's like, oh yeah, we built our own. It's like, you then have to figure out all of their little quirks.
Yes.
That's long.
I think things like the parameterized thing, which I wanted to do more than I think Nomad are ever going to let you do. Anyway, that is the server's up. We've got a little ping. Say server the client. It's up in Nomad. It's up in Nomad.
Do we set them so we can log on by default, or do we need to modify that metadata?
Need to go modify that thing.
I guess the other option is instead of building a custom UI, we can modify kind of custom version of Nomad to modify that, and then raise a PR. Good luck. I had a problem. I fixed it.
What I wanted binaries. I don't think that's ever going to happen. No, it's not. It's not APIs. Pew. Although always a little bit worried that like something on the like GCP thing's going to be sensitive, which is why I'm always a little bit like, oh, I won't actually show this bit.
Yeah, out of all of the ones to leak, is the one that has the quickest and probably costliest outcome.
Yeah.
So I'm just spinning up a nice big Bitcoin miner or something in there.
Yeah, don't need that. I mean, this is why we need boundary set up. Like, so all this stuff has just like boundary connected. So let's create one of these. SSH resol SH 10.2.0.91. Yes. Did this work? Yes, cool. System CTL status console. Console active.
It's progress.
Oh wait, yeah.
It'd be nodes. Sure.
Okay, so this sudo ctl-u console. Certificate signed by node authority.
Weird.
Oh. This is the server needs to accept the CA, not console. So we need to add a cert into. It's going to be update CA CEO. Okay, so we've got this thing. So what we need to do is we need to go slash. Let's see. The only reason I like vaguely know this is because I had this problem at like last week in the client. So move CA to user local share CA certificates, and then I run update, and then I restart console.
Oh.
Well, this is because I moved the. Whee.
I've got the same fun thing that will start on boot and then Nomad
Bind,
starts. Bind address, yeah. We have a lot of certificate errors on our console server.
Oh.
I think it's the Nomad jobs are trying to interact with console, and console doesn't like their certs either.
Oh. That's fun. Is it bind address or just bind?
Bind address.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we need this anymore. I think I misunderstood what the error was. Okay, so verifying incoming needs a CA. So I'm just gonna try without these for now.
You could run a validate against
without
it.
configuring TLS. I thought autoconfig was like we set up the TLS for you.
No, it's kind of just setting it to talk with the cluster.
So this makes it seem like we have to actually pass in we have to actually load in certs into this. I was like 90% sure the point of autoconfig is it set up the certs for you. I may be wrong, in which case we'll just do Bootstrap next time. Right. There's a block here which has these, and it. Okay, so let's copy this. Definitely coming. So this is what it has. I mean, I should probably be configuring, but. Legal character. New character 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is Jason. How's it giving me Jason?
Maybe because it's trying to run on Kubernetes. No, Kubernetes is YAML based.
Yeah. Oh.
Still not happy.
Well, this is because like this stuff needs CAs. More than likely, we need to put the CA in 2 locations. So we probably need to.
You can just give it the path to the CA as long as it's readable. It can get to it.
Yeah, that's fine. What did I set that path as? That one. Okay. Vim. That is CA file equals. I'm sure it's fast way of doing this, but not like we're under time pressure. Okay. System start, console, journal. Same issue. Failed to verify certificate.
I guess we just...
Oh, wait. This is complaining about something stupid. CD copy the cert needs to be .crt format. Sorry, needs to have the .crt file extension.
Of course it does. Why? Yeah, it wouldn't
Okay, same error.
be a pen.
No, it's a pen. It needs to be a pen formatted with the .crt extension, but this hasn't worked. TLS failed to verify certificate signed by unknown authority.
Yeah, the server's getting server side is getting server cannot decode request TLS bad certificate.
I mean, that looks right.
I guess run an OpenSSL against that. See what it says.
X509 -in -no out -text. I mean, it's the right CA. The only other issue is maybe it hasn't.
Yeah, I wonder if the box.
Is it 6? Is it 7 the server?
6.
6.
What was the end of the CA on the client?
BGZU.
Looks to be the same. I wonder, do we have a restart in our Ansible anymore, the handlers?
For the servers, yes. I mean, you're welcome to give a restart.
Yeah, it might just bounce up.
Go for it.
Okay, service bounced. Let me see if it's happy. Cool, that's up and running.
Give this a restart. Oh, yeah, no server successfully responded to autoconfig. I mean, there's a chance I've just like. There's a lot of this code which is appreciated. There's a chance I've just like. This is actually something that matters. It now needs to be what? It's TLS. Default. I think it's that now.
You can validate that. You can validate the config.
Nope. Oh god, what is it? TLS. I thought it was TLS default.
Might just be HTTP, I guess, because it's a different one.
TLS. Oh, defaults. Now it's happy. I doubt this would have done anything, but nope. Less errors now, though.
Nice. Is it?
It's prayer gRPC. Failed to verify.
Is there anything more to the error apart from just verify?
It's unknown. Which when I saw this out a couple of weeks ago in client, and it was like we had to install the cert on the box, which I mean we've done. Just like that thing.
I wonder if the server needs to have it installed as well to do both sides of the handshake.
Well, it's the same cert. Oh, you think the server needs it installed like this?
I don't know, but the server's throwing bad certificate errors from connections from that box.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could try and just like see if I can rerun the Ansible against it as well.
So not just run.sh.
This one does it. This should kind of just work. And it's not. And we're now at a point where it probably would be easier just to do normal like SSH, normal TLS. Like we could just do bootstrap scripts that on boot time it gets the configuration.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not specifying server addresses, are we? What server is it trying to hit?
It's talking to the right server. In the logs, it spat it out.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, because it's saying like server addresses, this address, it specifies the address of servers in the local data set to use for initial RPC. This address supports cloud auto joining and condition use include the port. If not provided, it will use the server RPC port.
I think we just hard code that into the image.
Yeah. Like this should kind of just work. Unless it's because we got like we're encrypting our RPC.
I wouldn't have thought so, but maybe.
Assuming we are encrypting our RPC.
I'm trying to think because I ran into the same issue at some point, but I don't remember how I solved it.
Or do you have autoconfig running on the other cluster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This is maybe some homework for us to have a fiddle with it if we can find time. Because it's weird that it's.
I wonder if we probably need to set up, give it the RPC certificates to reach out for that initial. But do we on our server? Are we specifying the RPC?
No, it's just the default certs. I mean, at a base level, this can give us like this can do encryption keys and ACL. So even if we have to pass in the TLS certs fully, which we could just do to test.
Oh, GRCP is still using the internal Consul certs.
Oh, wait. What specifies that?
If you go to, it's in the server role. Also, our HTTPS is using the Vault generated ones, but we're still using. Or are we writing the Vault ones to the console? Are we writing those from console? Vault? Right?
Yeah, we've overridden the old files.
Okay.
So these are the ones we're using now. It's this like our config files haven't changed. We're just using it correctly. Yeah, I don't.
It's been so long since I did this that it's kind of guessing what we've done.
Well, let's call a stream, and we can.
Yep.
Look at it between streams and come back with hopefully an idea.
Well, I guess we should say thank you for watching to everyone, and hopefully next week we will have a solution to why our certs are bad and what is going on. But I think we need to, it might be a bit of trace logging and reading all of the error messages very much in full. But thank you for watching. Give us a follow on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Wait, what happened, James? Oh, that's why you kept talking while he was still talking. I was like, huh? Yeah, you were still with us.